as the cars rev up. And it's the way they go now. Jesus. Charlie heading straight down the middle, and he's into the lead of the Mexican Grand Prix. It's 5 wide going into turn 1. Charlie has the lead. It's now been reduced to 4 wide. There's contact, and a massive collision. Unicorn has gone across all of them. Rackety is into the lead from 7th on the grid, and they're all in the wars at the back. Rackety is leading under the virtual safety car. Sprays, there's a big train as Rackety leads them away at the virtual safety car race start. It is Rackety from Wardup, from Grigger, from Hardcore, from Sprays, from St. Prof, from Sam, and Killian is being overtaken by the Mercedes of Swift, who seemed to escape the melee. He's up into P8. There's some debris on the track. The two are still, for the most part, side by side as they go into turn 1, and Killian goes for a move on Swift and spins himself out in turn 1. Luckily, nobody collects him. Swift doesn't seem to have suffered any damage. He actually seems to have gained time on Sam, and Sam having a disconnected symbol. Grigger has gotten past Hardcore and up into 3rd place. And it's very half committed there as Sam goes very wide, cuts the corner completely there. And I do expect to see a 10-second time penalty for corner cutting. Grigger back into 3rd. I don't know what happened there to Sam, but Rikus has overtaken his teammate Swift. And now Sam moving very, very slowly on the racing line, and Swift goes into the wall as a result. There were too many cars in such a small area, and Swift will be absolutely infuriated about that. Mozzarella making the most out of it, getting up into 8th place. He stayed out of trouble. Quite the opposite can be said for Swift. Sam still looking for a move on Rikus, going well off the track. Sprays thinks he's going to make a move, and he does make a move on Grigger into turn 1. And that is 3rd place for the Red Bull driver. First time he's been in a podium position for a while. Killian gets back past Menacing Skull. Breaks very late in a turn 1, but he makes a move done. Rackety and Wardup battling for the lead. They're wheel to wheel right now at the top of the Mexican Grand Prix circuit. Wardup looking for a switchback on Rackety. Just has so much more grip with those soft tires, but he can't make the move done going to the S's. Going into turn 5. What is it gonna be? It is Hardcore, but Sprays is holding it around the outside. Mozzarella just watching this happen. The two make contact. Two getting very well out of shape, and Mozzarella makes a move on them both. Menacing Skull losing another position, this time to the Ferrari, the Portuguese driver, and he gets up into the position that pays 2 points, and Menacing Skull has just had his points count for this race. What on earth was that? Menacing Skull goes right into the back of Killian, and Menacing Skull has huge damage to his front wing. There must have been some sort of confrontation going on earlier. That must have been an intentional takeout, just as we saw yesterday in Russia, and that is absolutely horrible behavior from Menacing Skull. Rackety is halfway on the throttle. Goes out of the final corner and is full on the throttle as he spins into the wall. Rackety's win is gone once again. He's bottled it for the 3rd time, and now Sprays is leading the race, and now I will expect him to let Charlie pass. It's all about the championship now that Swift is retired, and Charlie moves into the lead of the Mexican Grand Prix. Absolute heartbreak for Rackety. He's down in last after being in 1st at the safety car restart. Absolute tragedy for Rackety. He's having to repair his front wing, go back onto the medium tires. I don't even know if he can go to the end. Charlie, Sprays. Charlie and the man who was last after turn 1 is now up into 1st in this Mexican Grand Prix. I cannot believe what I'm seeing. Killian going well off the track. There's a lot of carnage going on. St. Bros has lost an M plate as well. At this stage, I have no idea who's going to win this Grand Prix. Killian goes left, looking like he wanted to go in to Vanguard there. St. Prof looking frustrated behind Killian. Rikus is looking on the right-hand side of Sprays. They're side by side going down, I believe, the 800-meter-long straight at Mexico. They're still side by side. Sprays concedes 3rd to Rikus, but he's going to get a much better exit, putting it into high. But now he has to focus on Coolmanic as they've both lost time to the Alfa Romeo. On there's hard tires as he gets punted by Rikus, and Rikus is back into second place, and Wardup losing positions, and he collides with Coolmanic. Vanguard now on the left-hand side. This is a train going down into turn 1. We could be seeing another 4-wide moment on lap 17 out of 36. Coolmanic is a guy on the inside, and a touch. Coolmanic losing much of his left part of his front wing as Vanguard scoots past all of them. Wardup was looking so bad for him at the last corner, now has turned fortune's good at turn 1 once again, and Mozzarella has lost an end plate and all that as well. Spray's definitely the biggest loser out of all of that. Now he's down in 6th place, battling with Mensensko and Coolmanic. Mensensko himself gets past the Alfa Romeo of Coolmanic. And now Vanguard, instead of Rikus on the fresh tires pulling out on Charlie, it's been Vanguard pulling in on Charlie. And Rikus defends to the inside with end plate damage. Vanguard holding around the outside. But Rikus is the one who goes wide himself and cuts him off. Vanguard is trying every trick in the book to get past the Finnish driver. Killian has spun out of the S's. Luckily, nobody runs into him. And now Vanguard is going to have a very easy time of getting past Rikus on the surface straight here. He puts it into overtake, and he's going to soar past the Mercedes driver. The Mercedes driver, Rikus, goes to the inside line. Vanguard goes to the outside. And we're going to see Rikus move back to the outside of the track. They're still side by side going into turn 1. Vanguard holds it around the outside and makes the move stick. And now his next task is to hunt down the Red Bull of Charlie, as they've seen so many times before. It is the guy on the hards holding off the guy on the mediums. Rikus going very wide in turn 1, looking completely lost. Mensensko and Mozzarella side by side in the turn 1. And Mensensko is the guy who makes the move stick there. And now on these medium tires, he's going to be looking for another move, this time on Wardup. He's making a succession of moves, and he's up in the P4. What a brilliant recovery after running into the back of Killian, losing his entire front wing and costing a safety car. At the very same corner, a couple laps later, he's back into P4. This is interesting. Rikus has closed. There's going to be so many charges being made at the late stage of this race with so many people on different tire compounds. As I said at the beginning of this race, it's all about the varying strategies as Rikus makes the move on Wardup at the final corner. And to add insult to injury, he's going to have DRS because he was behind him when the detection point was measured. Rikus still holding off Wardup, despite Wardup being in the slipstream, and Wardup has well and truly lost 3rd place in this Mexican Grand Prix. Mensensko gets past Sprays as well. All the people on the soft tires are making moves. There's another one. St. Broth goes past Coolmanic. We should be seeing him get past Wardup. He just has so much more tire grip than Wardup. Wardup goes deep, but covers the inside line there. But you can see that he's all over him. And the two collide, and Mensensko goes into the barrier. There wasn't enough room left for the British driver as he rejoins the track. Has to let the guys past him. As one Renault gets overtaken, the other Renault is trying to overtake the Red Bull driver. Charlie has won the Mexican Grand Prix on track. Is he going to keep that window? As Vanguard comes around the final corner, he does keep the Mexican Grand Prix win. It is another win for Charlie, a DNF for Swift.